1, 2. Check me out right here, yo.
Mic check, mic check. What's kicking, family? This is Mr. Batch of
The commission. Yeah.
What's kicking, family? I'm glad you've clicked in so I can check in with you. Yes, this is Mr. Batch, a member of the BBC. Yes, the Big Blue Commission, fans of the New York Football Giants. And moving on and how we go forward in this season, starting off in 2014, I'm going to call these episodes New York Giants GMEN Debrief, or straight up the GMEN Debrief. You know, this will come on after games. And also inside of that, of course, I will be addressing any comments left on my YouTube page or any replies or retweets of my comments concerning the New York Football Giants and football and TTCers. You'll see why I said that in just a moment. So let me make sure I get everything nice and clear for you folks out there. All right. Today is Monday, the morning after the 17-13 win by the New York Football Giants. In the Hall of Fame game, I enjoyed the game. I enjoyed the interviews of the Hall of Fame inductees. And one of the things I would like to say and build on top of is Ray Guy when he says, now the Hall of Fame is complete. Man, that dude was the one who really had that coffin corner kick nailed. I mean, boom. Yo, the greatest punter of all time. That's why he set a record for being the first punter drafted in the first round and the first punter to go into the Hall of Fame. Kudos to my man Ray Guy and Oakland Raider. All right, so let me moving right along, Mr. Batch, that is. All right, let me address some of this stuff from the TTC before I get into my GMEN Debrief. Now, as we know, we've got a few games in the preseason leading up to the season, and myself, I'm trying to get up to speed and make sure my videos and stuff like that are real tight and correct. And I'm just going to point out a few things for a few of those TTCers who jumped right in, feet first, and wanted to start bringing it. So, yo, don't wind up on them one of those videos like how my man Bones NYG made a couple of dudes look stupid because they didn't even review their video. They didn't even say, oh man, I made a mistake, because yo, Bones, you had me dying with that one video of them couple of dudes. Yo, do y'all know what y'all was saying, or y'all just, you know what it is? They drink a lot of sugar. The reason I say they drink a lot of sugar because they look like babies. They look like kids. They don't look like they're old enough to drink a beer. All right, Mr. Batch continues. All right, let's start with some of the comments that was posted to my YouTube video that I put up for the first game of the preseason. I was shouting out a lot of a few members of the Giant faithful that followed the Giants team, but as I was moving right along through the comments, a couple of them came in late, and let's see, let me go right down the line. All right. That was oh, here goes one. All right, there was a comment to my video, and it was from Cowboys Blog. The Cowboys were that team last year with 5 preseason games. All right, Cowboys Blog, I'm gonna give you that one. You were talking about the 5 games you had last year, ain't? Hey, just a comment, cool. You know, I could kick it back and forth with something like that. Not a problem. All right now, and as I was moving right along, this one comment came from my favorite whipping post, Dallas Cowboy fan. What an idiot. no imagination to his videos. Really, his vernacular is minuscule because he can't put it together, and gonna have to get him a DVD hooked on phonics so they can really put something together. And that was Seamus, 1974. Ding, 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 ding. If y'all was out there trying to guess which Cowboy fan already jumped into the TTC pool of trying to talk trash, yo, here's the elbow for you, son. What he said was, oh yeah, I haven't forgotten about you, chump. I haven't forgot. Hashtag sweep. Hashtag DC4L. Hashtag TCE. Seamus, 1974. I'm glad I'm stuck in your craw. You can never measure up to how eloquent, how cool and suave moi, Mr. Batch is, and how I'm able to talk and bring across points of football where all you resort to is acting like a little 5-year-old in the sandbox. Preseason, you got enough time to get your act and your trash talking together. This Seamus, 1974. Don't wind up on one of them videos my man Bones NYG be making fools out of some of you folks out here. Don't even know what the hell you was saying. All of a sudden you said something, don't even review it. You one of them. Beautiful Monday after the game for the Giants win on 17-30 over the Buffalo Bills in the Hall of Fame game. Mr. Batch continues. All right, another comment on it is hater for life. You looking for a cookie? Cow turd? LOL. And then he came back on again. Hater for life. 3 drives, 1 turnover. Looking forward to another sensational Shelly. SHELI season. LMAO. Hashtag hater for life. Now, hater for life. First, let me address the hater for life. You say you're hater for life, but you don't have a tag representing your team. What's up with that? You scared of your crew? A lot of guys out here either go by a name or they do something where the name of their team is incorporated into their handle, be it whatever platform it is or whatever it is that they want to project out there in the digital world. And I'll give you another example of that a little bit later on in this lesson. That's right, this is a lesson for those in the TTC who want to come out early and get their trash talking on. Bring it. Now, the Shelly thing, what does that mean? You know, I have no idea. Hater for life. Oh, hater for life is a Washington Redskins fan. That's for y'all out there who don't know, because that's a confusing name, son. You're ashamed of your team with a name like that. All right. Also, he made the comment, you looking for a cookie, cow turd, LOL. What does that mean? Where you going with that? Hello? That's all right. It's preseason. Get your typing fingers together and, you know, do the troll thing. Because I hope you're not a troll. I hope you cam up. At least I got to give it to Seamus, 1974. He cams up. I got to give him that. You know. Come on now. Now, that should be all of them. Okay, let me see. And you know, I got my tablet, my smartphone. You know, I'm ready to go. Myself and Bones NYG, we were doing the conversation thing via Twitter during the game. You know, it was late in the game. We were going back and forth. We happened to be, you know, tweeting each other during the game when that 73-yard bomb came across, and that was promising. Okay, I want to make, and yes, okay. That should take care of those who made comments on my page. Oh, just in case you folks out there want to know what the title of that one was, it's called TTC, HOF, Bones NYG, Copizzle, and Henry Conga 58. That was my opening video to start off coming through here in 2014. Now let me get to another one. Okay, right. This is 43-8 at Bronco Payton. Retweeted one of my tweets. It was titled "Cowboy Fan Base Out of Control Like Their Classless Owner, Jerry Jones." And you see the expression on my face. I'm at a... To what end is it that a Bronco fan is retweeting something from... Now, I made that video 12 September 2013. Yes, I'm confused by it also, folks. And on top of that, this person's handle is Bronco Payton. Oh, what's going to happen when Payton leaves the team? Are you a fan of the Broncos? Or are you a fan of Peyton Manning? Or just so happens you had a happy marriage and you wanted to pay homage? Understandable. Besides tweeting, I hope you came up and you up here on YouTube, because that was via Twitter. And most likely, Broncos Peyton had seen the conversation back and forth between me and Bones NYG during the game. Hopefully we'll be able to get a few more Giant fans who be up here on YouTube doing the tweet thing, or if you already know, CBS, a few of the sites, you could pull up the game, and also they have live tweeting of the game. So hopefully Bones NYG, we can meet up on one of these joints and get it in during the game via Twitter and the whole nine. I'm gonna have fun. I got my tablet and my smartphone, laptop at home, and I want to really have some fun. Just like you said, we're gonna have fun this year. Now, let me finish the GMEN Debrief. Mr. Batch continues. All right, Giant faithful, there were some mistakes made in the game, but this is preseason. We've got 5 games. We've got 5 games to really get together. Mr. McAdoo came over from Green Bay, and they featured a lot of quick passes to the tight end. And as you know, the Giants always had a tight end that was a blocking, pass-catching tight end, but we needed a blocker. If you were great at blocking, and then you was, Bavaro was the benchmark for me. Him and Zeke Mowat, they were the benchmarks for the long line of tight ends that we've had over the years. Right? Offensive line, a little shaky, but hey, we got 5 games. Like Coach Coughlin said, wanted to see some effort. Seeing the ground game, do a little something. Seeing Eli put together a drive after stutter setting the first 2 kind of possessions. That's what we need to see. The receiving core, I was seeing the kind of routes they were running, and I like the way they were coming to the huddle, because there were a lot of times I'm like, oh man, under the Gilbride system, they would get to the line of scrimmage. It's like, oh no man, you got to get the play off. They doing check downs and everything like that. Hopefully this year this will move a lot quicker. Alrighty then, moving right along with the defense now. JPP, I need to see him get back to his form when he came out the box. This way, it won't be too detrimental that Justin Tuck is now on the West Coast. All the best to him. And oh, let me give all the best to Mr. Snee. on his retirement. And as y'all know, like I said, it's a good thing he retired early so that we can do this shuffle on the line and get that together. So moving back to the defense, Linval Joseph is no longer around, and we've got to try out some people that can move along that front line. McLean and Beeson, those two injuries that happened, we'll see how it flesh out. We'll see how some of these young linebackers that we got will help in that system. We're Trump tight with DBs. Trump tight. We've got bigger, much more physical DBs, and that's the trend of the NFL. And if you notice now, hopefully you notice now, they were talking about the new rule. Beyond 5 yards, you can't do that. I call that the Legion of Boom rule. And that was the Seattle Seahawks, who were victorious in Super Bowl 48 here in the Big Apple. They did it with a physical tackling defensive secondary. It made it difficult for them to complete passes, for the opposition to complete passes. So it was interesting to see the point after attempt at the 33-yard line. I mean, the 33-yard, it was at the 15, made it a 33-yarder. Goalposts are taller. And another key thing that I like, that I hope that they keep, is that the referees are mic'd up. And they're also got a comm link to headquarters here in New York City, to the head of officiating, just like how the NHL does it. Whenever they get a call, you know, they got the man in someplace in Canada up there talking about bump, bump, bump. Good. Streamline when the referees have to go into the hood and do a review. So overall, I was pretty pleased with the team. It's going to get a little bit more critical as the preseason games come along. We got the win. Nobody got hurt. That's the best thing. Love the interviews. Even better when Strahan came out and said, we're going to stomp them out, jumped in the air, got the team hype. Great. Fantastic. Great Hall of Fame game. And just, straight up loved it. So this is Mr. Batch with the GMEN Debrief. I'm out of here like I stole something. Peace.